Take a listen to this. We're running live filter sweeps and punching in heavy tape delays over a bedrock of thick sub-bass and drums. Over the next 6 minutes, we are going to build this exact dub track entirely from a blank slate using the Teenage Engineering EP40 Riddim. To get there, you'll need to master 3 specific skills: sequencing grid-synced loops so they never drift out of time, pitch shifting your samples to fit the vibe, and designing heavy custom bass lines from scratch. Mastering these real-time manipulation techniques allows you to play the EP40 with the speed and intuition of a live instrument. Step 1 is your physical setup. Because we're designing heavy sub-bass patches, the built-in speaker won't cut it. You must plug into a pair of studio monitors or dedicated headphones to accurately hear the low-end frequencies we are going to sculpt. Once you're plugged in, create a new project by holding the main button and selecting a pad from 1 to 9. Then, clear the project by holding main, that same pad number, and the eraser button. You now have a blank state. The EP40 workflow assigns instrument roles to 4 pathways, groups A, B, C, and D. We map A to drums, B to bass, and C to melodies. For Group A, press Sound and scroll the numerical index 1 to 399 to load curated drum samples. Building this layout early creates a reliable mental map, letting you find your drum, bass, and melody parts instantly during a high-speed live mix. Now that our drums are loaded, let's explore loop mode, or LOP, on the display. This playback style behaves differently than standard one-shot sample triggers. Under the hood, loops run continuously in the background, locked to the project's BPM grid, like a muted track on a mixing console. Tapping a pad turns it red, unmuting the audio. Tapping again turns it black, instantly muting the waveform. To prevent loops from drifting out of time, ensure the sample's embedded BPM matches your project tempo. You can also use mute groups. Triggering a one-shot sample temporarily interrupts the loop's playback with a block. The loop then automatically resyncs on the next half beat. This background sync logic handles the difficult task of timing for you, letting you focus on the creative sequence of your arrangement. Moving on to the melodies, select Group C and load one of the curated melodic samples onto a pad. Look at this interface overlay. When you press Shift and Sound to enter Sound Edit mode, the 2 digital knobs change function. The X knob controls the amplitude, and the Y knob controls the pitch. Grab the Y knob and aggressively shift the pitch downward. Lowering the pitch introduces a lazy, slowed-down characteristic that fits the traditional dub aesthetic. Manipulating these basic parameters is what takes a raw, generic sample and turns it into a customized, genre-authentic texture. Let's create our bass line. Select Group B, hold the Sound button, and press the bottom left dot key to initialize the Supertone synth engine. Next, activate Keys mode. This transforms the 16 pads into a chromatic keyboard, allowing you to play the synthesizer melody across different notes. To shape the tone, enter the Sound Edit menu again. For supertone patches, the X and Y knobs are repurposed to control deep synthesis parameters, specifically properties like filter cutoff and age. This graphic shows the transformation. By rolling off the filter cutoff, you take the sharp, jagged waveform of the raw preset and convert it into a warm, muffled sub-bass that fills out the low end of the mix. Once you have the tone dialed in, you must save it. Hold Shift and the Sound button for a full 2 seconds. If you skip this, your edits will be lost the moment you change sounds. Having a subtractive synth engine built directly into the sampler eliminates the need to routing external bass hardware. With your drum loops running in the background, hold record and tap play to initiate a 4-beat count-in. When it finishes, play your custom bass line across the pads to record it into the sequencer. When you're satisfied with the take, press Shift and Main. This commits the recorded pattern, locking it in and saving your current arrangement as a new scene. Now for the performance. Hold down the FX button while tapping the numbered pads to inject temporary tape delays and spring reverbs into the track. These effects instantly vanish the moment you lift your hand. Layering these spontaneous effects over your sequenced patterns adds a level of grit and unpredictability found in traditional dub sessions. Listen to the completed track. You can hear the thick custom bass locking in, with the pitch-down melodies, all riding perfectly over the background drum loops. From here, you can arrange the entire song structure live, simply by muting and unmuting your background loop pads as the sequence runs. For your next steps, try assigning a pressure-sensitive dub siren to that empty group D, or experiment with live pitch bending while you mix. You now possess the fundamental architectural knowledge required to build, sculpt, and perform any style of music on this hardware.